Hello veg lovers and welcome back to my little garden. It's the beginning of August now, so I thought it was time to do a catch up on what's been going on in the garden. It's got a bit rampant with weeds at the moment because I haven't been out often enough to do any weeding, so we'll just ignore that bit and we'll just see what else we've got going on here. I've obviously picked things like potatoes. I've got another lot I'm going to get up. They weren't very exciting, they weren't, we didn't get a great deal from them, and I don't think I am from the last lot here. But perhaps it was the particular varieties I got or from where I got them from. I don't know. I'll try something different next year. But at least we did have a meal out of them, which is the main thing. So we've got other things that are coming into their own now. Nothing really a great deal to pick, but we have got some beans to pick, which I've just noticed that need picking because I haven't been out for a few days because I've been working. So let's have a look what has actually been going on in the last few weeks. Well, this is an overall look at the garden as it is at the moment. As you can see, there's a lot's going on, not all of which is vegetables or fruit, so there is quite a bit going on with it. But we'll start at the top here anyway. Obviously the herbs have really taken off, which of course they usually do. So the thyme and the mint, I really could do with picking a lot more of that than I do because it just gets so rampant. But it's lovely to see, and it's nice that it's variegated. So we've got different shades in there. Some are flowered, some are flowering, and it's just really quite pretty just to have as a border anyway. I have to admit, this is so pretty. It's just grown really well, this one. This is that the sage, the blackcurrant sage, and the flowers are just so beautiful. They're so vibrant. It's just worth growing just for that benefit, really. As you can see, I still didn't pick this fennel, which I needed to pick, but I thought I'd let it flower because insects obviously love it too, and it is very large. It must be getting on for about 6 foot tall. It's really quite tall, but I'll cut that down when it's finished flowering. Every little helps in the garden for insects. But behind it we have, we'll ignore the blueberry for now because that's got lots of leaves, which I think probably will still need a bit of a trim in the autumn. But we have here the one and only that I planted, pumpkin. Now, I just thought it would just stay around here and just trail a little bit around here, just to this bit. But no, it decided to go behind. And as I will show you, it's come behind there, it's gone there, and then look what we've got here. We've got our first little pumpkin on it. And I do believe there'll be others coming shortly, and it carries on round here, and it was going onto the path, so I've just twisted it back over on itself to here. And again, I think we're going to have a few pumpkins on this. The apple tree is looking fine. The apples are nice and big and juicy, so hopefully another few weeks we'll be able to pick those. Some have been eaten, some have had a few things eating them, but most seem fine. These down here, if you remember, I planted these, are the kidney beans. Now they're flowering, so I'm expecting that beans will come off them shortly. And we've still got ordinary mint at the side of them, which of course does well. Now this is my first tomato, this outdoor one, and it's got little tomatoes on it, which I'm hoping will grow and develop in the next few weeks. Of course we have a little bit of vibrancy, but if you look behind it, there, Remember when I planted these earlier in the year? Now these were the little aubergines, the ones that were, and didn't grow very tall, but I thought they were going to die. They didn't look like they were doing a great deal, but they've sort of sprung into life, and it looks like they're going to have some flowers on there soon, so I'm quite pleased with that. On the main bed I planted that celery that was sitting for so long, and that seems to be doing fine. And I've planted some other seeds, as you can see, that have just started to come through here. Now I've got to remember what I've put in there. Obviously I've got beetroot, which are next to that, and then I have got here some, what have I got there? Turnips. There you go, they're small white turnips, so those are in that one. Next to that, just about coming through there, is, I'm trying to think what it is, kohlrabi. That's what I planted there. And then there's carrots at the end here. Now we've got a few coming through the carrots, but I'll have to keep my eye on them. I might have to put some more seeds in, as not a lot have come through yet. This bed where the small onions were, which I kept thinking were garlic all through the year, I've taken up, so now it's got a few weeds on it, so I just need to plant something in this. I'll probably put some salads in there, I think. And the small tubs here, we've still got spring onions growing. I planted some more, so we've got some small ones coming through as well. A couple of bigger ones in here and some more small ones growing there. Now in this pot, now I'm trying to remember what I put in there. You see, this is the trouble when I didn't list them. I put them down upstairs and then I didn't list them. It'll come to me in a minute what they are, but I did put these out. I also put, now the trouble is these leaf miners or whatever, they destroy that. I think that was chard I put in there, which really suffers terribly from the flea beetle or whatever it is that do that. And I still can't even remember what I put in there, so I'll have to let you know next time when they grow a bit bigger what they are. Not looking too healthy, that courgette, I'll have to admit. It looks a little bit, well, not well. I might have to give that a feed, I think. So here we go. The pond needs a little bit of a clean out, a little bit overrun there. But the purple lustre has come into its own now, and the bees love this. So I'm always glad that's there by the pond. This is the last of the potatoes. These never flowered either. I will get them out in the week just to see if there's anything there, to be honest. I'm not sure what we've got there, but we'll try it. We've got things that have got bolted over this side, so I need to get that up. That was the spinach, perpetual spinach. I mean, that was eaten for ages, as you can see on these leaves. I seem to have a real problem with these leaf miners. Even when I covered the others before, they still managed to get in. So I find that really difficult. The rhubarb has gone insane. It's its first year and it's gone totally insane. I've even had to, and you're not supposed to take any in your first year, but I did take about 5 stalks off because it was just rampant, and had a very nice rhubarb crumble. So it was worth doing just for that. The other courgettes, again, they're not looking as good as they were earlier before, but we have got a courgette on here. So I'm not sure what's happening with those. They don't seem to be doing as well. I never seem to have much joy with courgettes, but we'll see what happens. My other tomatoes, that was the one that's still playing catch up. I think that's going to start flowering soon, so might get something off it. This one has just started to get a couple of tomatoes on there. Nothing particularly much yet, but we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. Over here we have, now we've got, so these are black beans. Now the black beans have started because I'm going to let these grow and die essentially on the plant so that I can get the beans off it. I mean, it said on the packet that these grow to about 6 foot tall. Well, I don't see that at all. It seems to be just stopping where it is. So I don't know what happened there, or if it's supposed to. Now these ones, this is the French beans, the golden ones that we got here, and we've got quite a few on here which I think I need to pick. We've got quite a few on here, and they're very pretty, aren't they? They're a lovely colour, and that's continuing. This one's growing, you know, quite rapid. It's gone right over and it's coming back down onto the other side, so it's, this one is definitely growing. It's height. I don't know what happened to part of it though. You know, I did plant a few of the seeds at the bottom, but there only seems to be probably 2 or 3 that actually did take off. But as they did, it looks like we're going to have a few meals out of it now. The other tomatoes is just starting to flower in here, so it's obviously later. And the cucumber, well, it's growing. Whether it'll grow in time to actually produce anything is another matter. In this bed I planted a couple of Cavolo Nero, well 3 there, 1, 2, 3, there was 4 but 1 didn't make it, so I might put another one in later. I love them all through the winter. They are so worth growing. I'll probably grow a few more of those and some of the empty pots as well, or I might have a go actually putting some cabbage in, I think. Now this one, this is a tumbling tom. I just put 1 in and just look at it. You know, we have got tomatoes on this. Look, we've got quite a few here, which I'm waiting for them to ripen up. But it's covered in flowers and covered in little tomatoes and big tomatoes. We've also got, I wasn't expecting it to be so big, so I put it in the corner here, but what it's done is it's covered my little leeks that I put in here, those baby leeks that I planted. So it's sort of covered them, so I'm not so sure how well they're going to do, and they've been covered to that extent, but we'll keep an eye on them. As you'll see in a minute, the difference between that tumbling tom and the others in the hanging baskets is amazing. Now the plums, slight issue with them. I think there was just too many of them. I should have picked some off, because what they're generally doing is staying very small and just dying really on there. Such a shame. There might be 1 or 2 that survived, those that weren't in the big clusters, perhaps like over here, but most of them have just been tiny and just died and have or done nothing to them. Or so again, the plums, we might see something, but I'm not so sure now. I think there was just too many to actually, I should have thinned them out. The figs, we've already taken about 2 or 3 figs off this. That's already ripened, which is a bit early for it normally. We usually have it a bit later, but we've got other figs. There's some at the top. I don't know if you can see, but I need to pick some of these, because some of them are just too big. And they've gone brown. As soon as they've gone brown, they're ready for pick. And finally, when I was talking about tumbling toms, just look, they're not really doing anything in that basket at all. And the same with the other one. Hardly anything at all. So next time I think I'll just put them at the edge of one of the beds or in a big tub. I think it'd be much better, because they haven't done anything compared with that. I mean, that is just tremendous. So I know for next time. Well, that's it for now. That's just a little tour of what's going on at the moment, and we'll see what we'll get a little bit later in the month. And I'll plant some more out, and I'll see what survives and what doesn't. So thank you for watching this one. Short and sweet, but just showing you what's going on. I'll see you soon. Bye.